good evening. It's your girl ChucTayyy, and I am here with your RETV Sports Break. You can catch me here most Thursdays, talking junk, spitting facts. Let's get started. So guys, happy Thanksgiving, first and foremost. And with Thanksgiving, not only comes turkey, but comes football. So let's talk some Hall of Fame stuff. In case you don't know exactly how the Hall of Fame and the voting and who gets in and all of the things work, basically what happens is they come up with this list. It's 120 plus players that can go into it, eligible, all of the things. From there, they whittle that down into 26 finalists, which is what has most recently been announced. And then from the 26 semifinalists, I should have said, they get 15, and that is who is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The next Hall of Fame class will be inducted February 2022. And on that list, obviously, a bunch of amazing players. So I'm not going to read you the whole list because Googles, but a couple ones that kind of just stood out to me. Heinz Ward, obviously, played his entire career with the Steelers. I mean, duh, of course I'm going to say Heinz Ward. But what was interesting to me is this is actually his 6th time making it to the semifinalist list. So, like, stop playing with my man. Put him in the Hall of Fame. Let's go. Okay. Also, we have Devin Hester. Again, unless you live under a rock, you know who Devin Hester is. An amazing wide receiver, all of the things. Played with the Bears, the Falcons, the Ravens for 10 years. This is actually his first year that he's eligible to go into the Hall of Fame. So that's super exciting that it's your first year and you make it, this far into the process. We'll obviously see if he goes into the Hall of Fame on the first go. You have Steve Smith with the Panthers and the Ravens, of course, also his first year being eligible to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. DeMarcus Ware, also his first year. So there's like a lot of players like this. Like I said, I'm not going to read the whole list. So again, the Hall of Fame is set, or the finalists, inductees are set to go in February 2022. We will just kind of keep watching to see what that final list looks like and see if my mans can finally get a gold jacket, because stop playing with him. Stop playing with him. Moving right along. You guys knew this was coming. Listen. So I didn't even know if we were going to have a show this week, because at the time in which you guys are watching this, I'm probably like making macaroni or eating ham. It just kind of depends on what time it is, right? But Malice in the Palace adjacent happened recently. And I say adjacent because it really wasn't that big of a deal, but I had to give it a name, right? So as always, in case you were living under a rock, LeBron James and the Lakers took on Isaiah Stewart and the Pistons. And there was a little tussle under the basket, okay? So let me just set the scene for you. So we got some free throws happening, right? And we got LeBron and we got Isaiah. And we're getting ready, shooting the second shot, getting ready for the rebound. And LeBron does one of these to Isaiah Stewart. Now, he gets hit in the face. Should you be upset about that? Sure. But so he gets hit in the face. I'm seeing all this in clips because, again, if you know anything about me, 9 times out of 10, I'm not really getting ready to stay up and watch the whole game. It's just not how that works. I have a real job, and I be sleepy. So he gives him one of these in the face. Now, it took me a few times to watch the clip to realize that Isaiah Stewart was actually bleeding. Like, he had a thing, so he must have hit him kind of hard. Again, I can't confirm or deny that it was on purpose, but he has a little cut. And I don't know if you've ever seen sweaty or watery blood, but it gets a little messy. It gets a little yuck. So we see them kind of like, we're here, right? And we're in each other's face. Honestly, LeBron seemed like they kind of had, he just didn't seem like he was trying to be about this action at the time in which they are here, right? And then Isaiah Stewart just kind of like, it was like, switch just goes off and he just starts wilding out, right? Okay, so again, hit in the face, now you're bleeding. They get him clear on like the other side of the court. Hey, let's patch you up, you bleeding. Now it's like this, like all over, like you look like you were in a bar fight, one of those. And then my man Usain Bolt around everybody to try to get back to LeBron. Well, this has now caused a kerfuffle. So Anthony Davis, they got a couple people trying to hold him back. Russell Westbrook did one of these, like put him up joints. And it was like a 15-minute delay because everybody was just like, they were really tripping. So what ends up happening at the end, of the day. LeBron gets suspended for 1 game, which is oddly, but not odd, the first time he's ever been suspended in his entire career. I find that to be a little bit odd because, like, he's been around for a long time, but also, I guess, like, he really don't be in the action like that. I don't know. And then Isaiah Stewart gets suspended for 2 games. The real hero in all of this is Russell Westbrook. For one, again, he really was... all I could see is put him up. Like, if you do not follow Bleacher Report on Instagram, this is not a sponsored ad, but, you know, hey, Bleacher Report, holla at your girl. If you don't follow them on Instagram, please do so, because the stuff that they post, it's hilarious. So, I don't know. It just was, he just was doing one of these. It was hilarious. You get into the press conference and they go, Russ, tell us why you got a tech. And he's like, I got a tech? Who got a tech? I got a tech? What did I get a tech for? Hilarious. He's such a vibe. Hate how he dresses, but he's a vibe. So, again, I'm not here to say LeBron did it on purpose or it was an accident. I don't really know, okay? Only LeBron and the good basketball gods know exactly why it went down the way that it went down. According to later reports, they say LeBron was trying to, like, reach out to Isaiah to apologize, all of this stuff. What I will say is basketball is kind of a physical game. You did not have Malice in the Palace. Obviously, you're not even Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, like, throwing blows at each other in the middle of the game. But I don't know. I just feel like it was not malicious. It was not. That's me, Taylor. That's what I think. It wasn't that bad. I mean, Shaq and Kenny and Reggie and all of the people were talking about it, and they're like, you getting hit in the face, you're supposed to be mad. Yes, that's true. They think because he started bleeding, he just kind of blacked out after that. That might also be true. But, like, at the end of the day, dude, you just kind of gotta... And this is not even it could have been the other way around, and I would be saying the same thing. This is not in defense of LeBron. This is not how we're rolling right now. It just seemed like a bit of an overreaction. So, I mean, all is fair and it's all over now. But I just thought it was funny, and there was no way I wasn't going to get in here and talk about it, because this is all anybody's been talking about all weeks. Thought I was going to be different? Wrong. Absolutely wrong. So, that's it for me this week, guys. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. I am so thankful and grateful for all of you. I am thankful to RETV for giving me this platform and letting me just come on here and talk junk and spit facts. And I will see you guys soon. Happy Turkey Day. Be safe.